we are delighted again to have a Meet the Changemaker session. And again with Rostislav, I think I got the pronunciation better this time, Brzobohaty from MEWERY. We're delighted to have you on stage again, and we would love to hear more about what you guys do.
It will be your nightmare tonight, right?
There's another trickier surname coming up.
Okay. So thank you very much for the opportunity to visualize what I was talking about before. So I hope it will be now clearer maybe what cultivated meat is all about. I spoke about MEWERY, the company I work with for last almost 2 years. We are a startup company based in the Czech Republic in Brno, so not far from here. And we say we are a global food tech and biotech company, and we are developing the platform on which we can produce cell-based products. And we do it, as I mentioned before, combining two organisms, basically animal organism and microalgae. So two organisms that you won't find in the nature at one place. This is a complex or complicated definition of what we do. I simply say that we are producing superpowered meat. Why superpowered? It's basically coming from the fact that we are taking the best out of pork meat and we are adding the best from microalgae. And as a result of that, we are getting a product which has great nutrient features, because we are adding to the protein coming from the meat. We are adding vitamins. We are adding amino acids and many other nutrients that are contributing to healthy lifestyles. As a result of that, we have this product that you can see on the right side, which is our latest burger, latest prototype that we introduced last year in summer. And this product is richer in nutrients, as I mentioned before, but it's also it has also longer shelf life, and we can produce it for cost that is significantly lower versus cultivated meat competitors. The reason why we are doing all this is because we believe cultivated meat is the part of the climate change solution. It's all these reasons that you can see behind me, starting with the fact that we don't need to kill animals and we don't need to raise animals for months just for the reason of killing them at the end, because we have different methods how to do it without slaughtering. There's also a huge impact on the CO2 emissions, because meat is one of the biggest contributors to the CO2 emissions worldwide, and many others. One more, which is not being mentioned here, is that the population is growing. I talked about it already before. We need to find solutions that will catch up on the rapidly growing population, because today the farmlands that we have are not sufficient for producing the meat or meal for the generations to come. So there will need to be new methods coming, whether it's cultivated meat or any other, doesn't matter. But we believe that cultivated meat is one of them and should be part of this incremental way how to produce meat or meal in the future. So I already mentioned that we are combining those two organisms. We also do it in a way that we combine it with the bioreactors that are from those are our proprietary bioreactors. So we want to provide the full solution. I didn't mention that we are the only company in the world that till today managed to prove the concept of combining those two organisms together. We have a patent pending in a form of US provisional patent. What's also important is that this year we created, or we basically came there with our development to create the cell and strain banks. So we are independent on the sources of the cells. So we don't need always to come to take the cells from the pigs, but we have our own bank full of different types of cells from which we can take it and grow it and expand it. And similarly for microalgae, we have tens of microalgae types which we're using for different purposes within the production cycle. So different for growth factors, different for scaffolds, and so on. All of that makes us unique compared to all the other cultivated meat companies in the market, because what they are doing is what we call monoculture, but we are doing co-culture of pork and microalgae. And as you can see, as a result of that, we are able to be more efficient in the yield, and we are cheaper, and we are also richer in nutrients. So those are three major differences between us and the rest of the companies in the industry. What we are bringing to the partners, because we are coming to the phase where we are moving from the lab proof of concept stage to scale up, and we are starting to look for the partners, we will be bringing them the full business platform, which is consisting not only from the method, but also the equipment. So we are cooperating with a Hungarian company which is developing the bioreactors on our own proprietary bioreactor, which will be optimized for our unique method of co-cultivation. We are doing it for a simple reason, and I also talked about it earlier today. We see that the companies, investors or producers are scared of this industry. There is a lot of unknown, there is a lack of knowledge, so we want to do everything possible to make it simple for them to step in the business and try it. So pilot it and see whether it works for them or not. So therefore we are trying not only to develop the product by itself, but we want to develop the whole platform that we just bring to the partner on a plate and make it as easy and as safe to step in the business with cultivated meat as possible. I already mentioned that we are looking for joint partners. There are just 3 examples of the companies that we already are talking with. And we expect not only the investments from the companies, actually we don't expect the investments from these companies, but we rather expect from them the facilities, the teams, the market coverage, the supply chain, so all the established operations of the company that we as a small startup can't have, and we are adding the technology and bioreactors so that they can start fast and simple. And it's all based on the licensing model. Time-wise, we plan to start in a country that is relatively small, but provides interesting environment for testing the cultivated meat as a pilot. We chose Switzerland because we expect that not only that the market is closer to cultivated meat than any other in Europe right now, but also because the regulatory is expected to be maybe faster than in EU, but we will see. And the full launch we expect the year after in the US, this time already with the joint venture partner. So what we are seeking for is 1 to 1.2 million euro. This is the, we can call it bridge or pre-seed extension. We will be combining it with EIC Accelerator, where we are involved. We have an application there, and we hope for getting the support from EIC Accelerator as well. So combination of these 2 budgets should bring us to the pilot and market. Thank you.